This video is going to step by step walk you through how to enroll in dual enrollment. I know this is the most exciting part, so bear with me. I'm going to try to go through a lot of information, and if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me in my office hours or email. I would love to help you through this process. So let's dive in. This is enrollment in dual enrollment, not in the P-TECH program or in early college because they have their own application process. So the first step is to apply to Montgomery College. You're going to start at the dual enrollment admissions and registration page, and I'm actually just going to walk you through it a little bit. So I'm going to find Montgomery College's website. Great, I am here. Awesome. We are not just going to hit the apply button. We are actually going to go to where the dual enrollment is. So we are going to go actually under apply and register. You'll see that there's high school student / dual enrollment. Awesome. So this is the dual enrollment page. This is actually where you can learn a lot about dual enrollment. You can learn about the early college and middle college programs. You can learn about the ACES program. You can learn about becoming a future student, a future Raptor. There is a lot there. But under dual enrollment, we are going to go over here. And this, first off, is a really good page that you should all read. There's some general information about dual enrollment. There's admissions and eligibility requirements, access assessments for course placement, college course options, and information about tuition fees and financial assistance. There's also a fantastic video on the dual enrollment program, but we're going to go over here to admission and registration procedures. And this is really the home base for starting the dual enrollment process. So you're going to select your status. All of you are currently an MCPS student, and you can see that they have their own 10-step plan here, which is pretty fantastic. Like I said, you're going to select your status, which we just did. The Montgomery County admissions requires you to apply online. So you have to confirm that you are a dual enrolled student, a high school student, and that you are going to handle the process through the dual enrollment process. So what does that look like? Well, after we, determine your educational plan, you're going to submit an MC application following the instructions. And they walk you through this. As it says, as a high school student, the entire process is handled through the dual enrollment process. You are going to check here the apply online. Apply online is going to take you to this page, which looks very similar to the page you were just at. You don't have to do this step, by the way, if you're a returning student. If you already have an M number, you've already applied to Montgomery College before, you can skip this step. But for new people, we're going to click this big red Apply Online Now button. Now, you're going to get here to this web application login, and what you're going to do is you're going to click First Time User Account Creation. You're going to click OK, and you are going to create a login and create a PIN. You're going to follow the directions on the page, and your application type is dual enrollment. When it asks for your program of study, you can apply under general studies. It really doesn't matter which one. And like I said, returning students do not need to reapply for college admission. After you successfully apply to Montgomery College, you will receive your M number. You need that M number to complete the rest of the steps in dual enrollment. You'll also receive a copy of the M number in the mail. Now the second step is to create a dual enroll account. So you are going to go to the MC Dual Enroll site using the college ID M number that you received, and this is what it's going to look like. You are going to click Create My Account. When you click Create My Account, it's going to take you to New Student Registration. Then you're going to provide some basic information to register your dualenroll.com account. your high school, your password, your first and last name, your date of birth. And this is really important. You want to receive all the text message notifications from dualenroll.com because that is how you get registered fastest. So you want to put your cell phone number here. You want to make sure that notifications are turned on. Yes, they will also email you. But listen, when it comes time to getting into a class that you want, you don't want to have missed out because you weren't checking your email. So go ahead and put your cell phone number there so you can get text message notifications. Then you want to complete the 4-step pre-enrollment process with Montgomery College Dual Enrollment. Step 1. You're going to enter that handy dandy M number that you received. Then you are going to accept the Montgomery College terms and program expectations. You're going to accept the financial responsibility and the education records policies. Then you're going to have your parents and guardians give you consent. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you use the first one. Email a link to consent electronically. You're going to make sure you put your parents' email in there correctly. And then once it's sent, you're going to tell your parents that there's an email coming their way so that they also know to check their spam and junk folders. They will sign that and you will be good to go. If you don't want to do it that way, you can download the form, print it out, have it signed, scan it in, and re-upload it. But I promise you, the first way is so much easier. Step 4 is that you are going to select your high school counselor. You want to make sure that you're not doing this part wrong because your counselor will need to approve steps in dual enroll for you. And if you have the wrong counselor selected, it will really slow down the process. So step 4 is claiming your MC ID. And that's what you see here about claiming your MC account. You're going to go to My MC. Awesome. And we got there still on that admissions and registration page that I had you on before. You are going to click Find My MC ID. It will ask you for your M number and your date of birth. Once you get your MC ID, this is what I'll ask you. It'll ask you for your M number and your date of birth. You're going to put it in there to say, get my MC ID. It's going to tell it to you. You're going to write it down. You're going to put it in your phone. You're going to save that somewhere very, very safe. Then you're going to come back over here and you're going to click claim my account. It's going to ask you for that MC ID and it's going to ask you for that M number. If you have trouble claiming your account, it's actually because you waited too long from the time you were accepted from MC to the time you claimed it. So you really want to do this as soon as you get your M number. After you claim your account, you'll be able to access your schedule, your bill, which is how you pay for your classes, a parking permit if you need it, your email, you can request your transcript, and here's where you access your online orientation. So once you're in there, the first step is you want to activate your MC email. You want to click on the bottom right there where it says view your information. Then you want to click the email, tap up there. The password is the same password you use to log into this account. It'll ask you to select the time zone and then you'll be able to access your Outlook email. Please get in the habit of checking your email daily. If you have any questions or issues, just contact me. But this is where your professors will be emailing you. If you're on the wait list, this is where your wait list instructions will go. This email is so great that you need to maybe put a reminder on your phone, set it for 5 p.m. every day, check my MC email to make sure that you are not missing any important information. The next step is to complete the assessment and testing and to provide the placement exemption. So you will need to complete the placement assessments. Like I said, there is a math remote placement test being offered right now. You can find all the information on completing the assessments on right here on that same page. You want to watch your orientation video, which is inside your MyMC account. You want to complete the academic orientation after you have done the placement information and the placement assessments. The orientation will take about 30 minutes and it'll include information about your placement assessments, which is why you have to do your placement assessments first. It'll also let you know how to select your courses. It is really important that you're looking at the real-time schedule of courses for the most up-to-date information and not just what is on dualenroll.com. So, as soon as semester courses on the Montgomery College website are available for viewing, you want to go and start looking and planning your schedule. So how do we do that? I'm going to open up even a new browser, montgomerycollege.edu, back at that home page. Then I'm going to go to apply and register, search the class schedule. Boom. This is the most up-to-date, and you can see that fall 2021 is already here, is ready for you to view. Registration does not start yet, but it is ready for you to view. Then you can see summer, and you can see summer 1 and summer 2, the 2 different sessions. If you want to see all of the campuses, which right now it says they're all fully online, so you can take classes at all campuses, you can just click all and the course level, and it's broken down into the different area of study. So there's a lot of different areas of study. If you want to explore real estate, you want to explore, well, real estate's non-credit, but psychology, health information management, criminal justice, there's a lot of things for you to explore here. Or you could do the advanced search. In the advanced search, you can put in a specific course number if you want, or even if you just put in, let's say we're going to look at biology classes. Here it will give me all of the biology classes the same way as if I had just chosen biology in the category. Now, when you're looking at these classes, you want to make sure that you are only choosing classes that have seats available. Any class that has a wait list means that it is already full and you cannot choose that class or request that class because it'll just be denied. Now, once you choose a class that has seats available, you want to make sure that you have the prerequisites. So you're going to open up the course and you're going to look to see what the prerequisites are. Assessment levels, you have to have, these are the assessment levels, pretty basic, right? This is not something that you really need a lot of prerequisites for. If I were to go down to a different biology, though, maybe I want to go down to Bio 150. Let's try that. Or I'll go to a different one. You can see that biology is not my strong suit. We're going to keep scrolling. This is because I didn't filter out any classes. So let's look at Bio 212. Bio 212 says you need to have a grade or C or higher in Bio 150. So that means that if you've not taken Bio 150, you cannot request Bio 212. I will deny it because you do not have the prerequisites. You can also see that it's 2 hours of lecture and 4 hours of lab each week. So you can learn a lot from these classes and you can learn what the prerequisites are. But if you have a specific class, let's say you want to do Math 181. All right. You will then, if you want to see, do I have the prerequisites for Math 181? Prerequisites, a grade of Math 1, a C or higher in Math 165, or an appropriate score on a math assessment test. So if you did not score in the placement test and you haven't taken Math 165, you cannot take Calc 1. Even if you have already done pre-calc at Clarksburg, if you don't have the score on the math assessment test and you have never taken Math 165, you cannot take Calc 1 at Montgomery College. So that is really important to note. So, we went through all of that. You want to make sure that your courses are on the pre-approved list. It's very important. This is the pre-approved list, and you can see that this is the MC class. This is the credit that you get. Okay, so not all classes, even if you look at the English classes, right? So if we look at English, you'll see that there's a lot of English classes at MC that do not give you English credit. This gives you English credit. This gives you English credit. Some of these give you an elective credit, okay? So don't assume because it's an English class you're going to get English credit. That's not true. You really need to be looking at the dual enrollment credit course codes by MC courses and seeing what the elective is. There is also a really great MCPS dual enrollment FAQ here that I highly suggest you look at. Students will receive 1 full high school credit for a course completion of a 3 to 4 credit college level course. So if you take English 101 in the fall, that would be your English credit, like as if you took English all year at high school. You really cannot take courses that are not on the approved list. Not only will you not get the MCPS discount for them, but we just don't recommend it. The courses that are on the approved list are courses that we know that students have had success with in the past. Step 8 would be to complete the course selection Google form found on the MCPS classroom. You want to make sure that you're doing the credit refusal form. That means that if you want both high school and college credit, you're just initialing at the bottom of the form. But if you only want college credit, you're putting the class that you only want college credit for, and you're having the form signed by you, your parents, the principal, the counselor, and me. This is due at the time of registration, and you can't change your mind about this. The credit refusal form can be found here. So, if you want both high school and college credit, you fill out the top, you initial the bottom. If you want only college credit, you fill out the top, you write in the class for which you do not want high school credit, you initial, your counselor initials, and then everyone here has to sign. I need a completed form. It's not enough to just fill out the top. I need you to initial here, or I need you to go through 2 and 3, depending on what your choice is for the credit refusal form. Then you want to request your courses and complete your registration on dualenroll.com. So you want to search for the class on dualenroll.com. Then, once you choose your class, you would click Request Class. You want to make sure that it's a class that's open by using the real-time schedule, which we talked about. This screen will show when the request is complete. Now, your dual enroll account will tell you the steps you need to take as a student. So, for example, if you see that there is things in yellow for you, that means that you still have things that you need to do. Okay? So here, the student needs to provide high school courses. The student needs to upload proof of orientation. The parent needs to provide consent, and I need to, as a DEPA, upload the transcript. So when it says student provide high school courses, this is where the student will list their courses for the requested term. If students are taking courses at MC over the summer, you should just say none, but you cannot skip this step. Then, when something is complete, it'll be moved to the complete column in the status column. In terms of uploading proof of orientation, you're going to choose the right box, and then you're going to upload the PDF from your orientation that you took with your or through your MyMC account. When everyone else has steps that they need to complete, like the principal or the academic coordinator, they will show up here. Anytime before it moves to the academic coordinator, you can abandon the request, which means that you change your mind and you don't want to take it anymore. However, once all the steps are complete and the academic coordinator has started to review it, you cannot abandon it anymore. If you want to drop this class, you now have to drop it. If a class is full and you've been placed on the wait list, you will see where it says Academic Coordinator Process Waitlist Registration. If you have notifications turned on, you will see this on your phone. The academic coordinator cannot process the registration, however, if the class is just too full. So they will send it back to you to choose a new section, and you'll see this message. You will also receive an email text message, like I said, if you have notifications on. It'll tell you to select an alternative class section. You want to choose a new section from the Real-Time Montgomery College catalog. That is from this class schedule. So if you were taking Bio 101 and it was full, you would come back here. I'd recommend you do the advanced search. You would put in Bio 101 and you would check to see which class had available seats and which class did not have anything on the wait list. If the original section was the only section that worked for you and you no longer want that class because it doesn't fit, because you really wanted that section, you can choose that this course no longer works with my schedule. Please cancel this registration request. When all the steps are approved and complete, your status will say complete and you will be registered, and you will get, again, a notification via text and email. Once all of the steps have been completed and verified, an MC coordinator will review your portfolio and register it as appropriate. You will be notified by email, and MC will mail you an acceptance letter with the class schedule and the bill. Now that final step is payment. You will pay your MC tuition and fees in your MyMC account. The cost for one credit at MC is roughly $377 plus book fees. Most high school students take up to 2 classes each semester at MC, and you are only given the discount rate for the first 4 classes at MC that you are taking as an MCPS student. There are grants available for households through application and proof of federal adjusted income of $100,000 or less. So I know that was a lot. That was a lot for you, but I hope that really helped walk you through the different processes and show you on the website what everything looked like so you can kind of navigate it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out or to drop by office hours. I would love to chat with you and make this a smooth process. I will talk to you guys soon.